I started off my Japanese learning journey with a goal in mind, to be able to converse and talk with other people, but frustratingly, I found that no matter how much grammar and vocabulary I was able to learn, producing it and actually speaking was a whole different story. Now, the simple reason, and you've probably heard this thousands of times, is lack of practice. You only get better at something by doing it over and over again. I don't know about you, but I've struggled a lot in the past with finding a conversation partner, and even if I did, I was pretty nervous to speak up or try to use new words I was learning. So today, I wanted to talk about my experiences with using Ohanashi Kagawa. So Ohanashi Kagawa is a free online language exchange platform, and it aims to connect Japanese speakers who are learning English and English speakers who are trying to learn Japanese. So some key points I wanted to bring up is that this is completely free, and it actually happens every weekend. And in most cases, you'll be paired one-on-one with a language partner, so it's not as intimidating. Also, the way their events are structured makes it easy and comfortable for any Japanese beginners to join in. Ohanashi Kagawa does a really good job of setting up this environment that's judgment-free, so you don't really have to worry about making too many mistakes or trying to sound perfect in Japanese. I found this structure pretty enjoyable because instead of spending time trying to figure out which language we should use, you were forced to use either Japanese or English for a set amount of time. There's also multiple staff members present throughout the entire session, so unlike some other language exchange apps out there, they work together with the participants to make sure that everyone is comfortable during the event. When I was first getting into speaking Japanese, I'd always have an intrusive thought telling me, what if your Japanese sucks? What if you mess up? And while that is a huge and legitimate fear, Ohanashi Kagawa makes it easy for beginners. So every week, they'll give you a list of simple topics to talk about with your language partner, so you never run out of things to actually talk about. And if you get stuck, you can also use the chat box and switch to English. Also, keep in mind that the person you're talking to is a learner as well. They're not waiting for you to fail, they're actually helping you, and it's a two-way learning experience. And the way they have the virtual room set up is actually pretty cool. There's a bunch of virtual tables, and you go and sit down with your partner, so it's kind of like you're sitting down and talking with a friend. Leading up to this, I hadn't spoken to a Japanese person for probably like a month, so I went into it pretty nervous, but my language partner was super nice.
はじめまして。
はじめまして。
あずみと申します。あずみです。
はい、ジャレットです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。日本語はこれくらい大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。では最初はお互い自己紹介やりましょうか。
そうですね。はい。自己紹介しましょう。私から自己紹介。わかりました。自己紹介します。あずみです。普段は大阪に住んでます。で、今は福岡にいるんですけど。
ナイスナイス。
そうですか。で、あとなんだ、趣味とかですかね。はい、趣味は、いつもは着物を着るのが好きです。なので、出かけるときに着物をよく着ます。
いいね。
お願いします。
はい、僕から。ジャレットです。ぼちぼち6年日本語を勉強してるんですけど、最近の2年は、全体的に日本語に没頭して、イマージンで、日本語をもっと把握するようになりたくて、趣味は、日本語を勉強するのはもちろんですけど、その後は、自炊、筋トレ、音楽を聴いたりっていうことなんですけど、
もう6年勉強されてたんですね。
テキストばっかり使って、なんだろう、元気1と2っていう、テキストを使って、高校を卒業して、で2年ぐらいで全然勉強しなくて、でその後、大学に入学してて、もっと日本語に気になって、もっと熱心的に勉強しようと思ってたんですね。いつか流暢に話せるようになりたいんですね。ちょっとネイティブのようにいいかなって。
なるほど。ネイティブのようにって勉強の仕方が難しくないですか？なんかミドルレベル以上になってくると。
そうですね。難しいですけど、語彙を鍛えてきたら、もっといろんなコンテンツを使って、日本人の、喋り方とイントネーションのシャードウィングとして真似してて、日本人はどうやって発音してて、どうやって使われてるかっていう、ことを分かるようになってきて、もっと日本人的に使いこなせるようになりますね。っていう勉強の仕方ですけど、あずみさんはどれぐらい英語を勉強してるんですか？
旅行は好きで、はい、で旅のなんか旅行中に困らないぐらいは、
すごい
コミュニケーションはできるんですけど、なんか複雑なディベートとかなんかはできないです。
もちろん英語で母語人でも英語は難しいですね。そう。
ああ、そうですか。
うん。
うん
そう、例えば、そういうなんだろう、present っていう英語の言葉、present でも、まあ、動詞になりますよね。present。まあ、スペリングの方は、一緒ですけど、and then 現在っていうこと、present。今。いや、現在で贈り物を発表したら、そう、英語で、in the present, I presented a present っていう文章になっちゃうんですね。そう、ちょっと難しいんですけれども。
なんかトンチみたいな。
そうですね。
多分日本語はありますね。なんか
そうなんですけど、
ものうちみたいな。
そういうやつですね。So we started in Japanese, and as the conversation unfolded, I got more and more comfortable, and we got to know each other a bit better. After 15 minutes, we switched to English, and I thought it was cool that some of our talking points from our Japanese conversation flowed over into our English conversation. I wish America had the same thing, like as kimonos. We don't have any cultural sort of clothes like that. We just have, outfits that, we have like the fashion, but that's pretty much it.
Oh, really? But how about like Western coat?
Yeah, but I feel like it's not the same as like kimonos, because I know with kimonos, it's bad luck if you put on the kimono wrong.
It is a big mistake. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I gotta be careful then.
Don't you think it's like too difficult or too a lot of manner? Like, don't you think that?
I think in Japan, I found when I was there, it wasn't too bad to be polite either. You just kind of look around at the other like Japanese people and see like, should I be talking on my phone here? No, I'm not. I'm on a train. I shouldn't do that. In Japan, are there any little things that you find are kind of just ridiculous? Like they shouldn't even be a manner in the first place?
A lot of Japanese people don't say directly.
本音建前, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it was hard for
Yeah.
me too.
Okay.
Yeah, but in US, people can say directly.
In Japan, like hanging out with like a friend, it's like you try to sound very nice and caring, but like, so the honne is like, もう遅いんですけど大丈夫ですか? And then really the honne is like, とっとと帰れ! もういい! But so I know what you're talking about. It's interesting for sure. Well, we do have like 15 seconds left, but it was a lot of fun talking with you, so thank you so much.
Me too. It was very fun. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Bye bye. After wrapping up our conversations in Japanese and English, I feel like I had a slightly better idea of how to use aizuchi and when to interject and how to navigate Japanese conversations in general. And at the end of the day, it did feel more like I was talking to a friend rather than a tutor waiting to correct my every mistake. One thing that lingered in the back of my mind when Ohanashi Kagawa reached out to me, and it's probably lingering in your mind too, is what's the catch? How is this free? Where are they making their money from? There has to be some way, right? And there's no catch at all, actually. So the team behind Ohanashi Kagawa also runs a Japanese language school. These free events are their way of building a community, and if you enjoy it, then you can definitely check out the language school if you'd like, but no pressure at all. But joining is easy. As you can see on screen, you go to the Ohanashi Kagawa website, create your account, fill out your information and your interests, and then you can book the next event on the weekend. And on the day, they'll actually email you a link that you can click to join in. And that's it. It's free, and that's all you need to do to start practicing and talking with real people. If you feel like you've done a good amount of self-study and you're ready to start dipping your feet into outputting or just want to try something new, I'd totally recommend checking out Ohanashi Kagawa. Everything you need is going to be in the description below, links to free events as well as their language school. As always, shout out to my wonderful channel members and patrons. Thank you so much for the support. Now, if you're on the road to building a vocabulary and grammar so that you can converse in Japanese, but you're struggling a little bit with memory, I'd recommend checking out this video here. And if you're looking for a sentence mining setup for free, I recommend checking out this video as well. So keep learning, keep immersing, and keep yapping. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.